Watching videos like this one is not hard work. Reading books is not hard work. Just simply following tutorials, it's not hard work. Welcome back to Computing Fundamentals. We're on Roppers Academy today, and we're up to the section Improving You. So let's get into it with Secure Yourself Now. And the whole point is to improve ourselves, so why not secure ourselves? So first recommendation coming up is a password manager such as LastPass, KeePass, or 1Password. Personally, I really recommend Bitwarden. It's free forever for personal use, and they also have a free organizational plan for 2 users. So if you're in a couple, then this works perfect. So the purpose is ease of use, like you do get to just log into websites more easily, but the real benefit is having a strong password for every single account and a different password for every single account. Next is an ad blocker. So if you're on Chrome, you can have an extension. Firefox has an ad blocker built in. I personally use the Brave browser, which is built on the Chromium code base. So it's similar to Chrome. It has Tor built into it, which I'll talk about in a sec. And it also has an ad blocker built into it. So there's a lot more all-in-one with this browser, so it's just more privacy focused. Next is ensuring that you have some sort of antivirus software on your machine, whether that's something that's built into your OS like Windows Defender for Windows, or some sort of third-party solution like Malwarebytes. Lastly, a decision about VPNs, virtual private networks. Personally, if I need a VPN for whatever reason, I'll use someone like Windscribe. They have a great free plan to get started on, but there's also NordVPN and many other VPN providers. Also, as an alternative to a VPN, I know it's not the exact same thing, but there is the Tor browser, which sort of works in essence in some ways like a proxy in a VPN. Basically, will just give you an extra layer of security, and Brave actually has that built in to their browser. Alright, next up is how to learn. Dennis is just dropping some hard cold facts on us. Watching videos like this one is not hard work. Reading books is not hard work. Just simply following tutorials, it's not hard work. There's nothing inherently wrong with these things. He says you might learn something and pick something up, but the whole point of this course is to focus on you doing some work. Getting into cybersecurity or hacking, there are just an overwhelming amount of resources that are in front of us. This is what's referred to as the paradox of choice, or a tutorial hell is something that we can find ourselves in. So this course is really different because it sort of takes that choice away and gives us some clear steps for us to follow. After we've actually taken those steps, then we can have an ability to determine where to go from after this. Let's just trust in the process and learn together. So we have some important points about mastering a skill, the process there. Move toward resistance and pain. Avoid the easy path. It's a good thing when we're learning and it's difficult and it's challenging and it's hard, but it's going to benefit us much more doing something that's challenging than very, very easy. Next point is trust the process. Even though it's going to be difficult to get through this together, it might even be a bit boring. That's just the reality of learning things. There's absolutely no get-rich-quick type learning here. It's a slow, long incline before the payoff. That's life. I love this next point. It is impossible to be an expert in all aspects of cybersecurity. All we can do is keep working at things, and eventually we will start understanding more because we have a strong foundation to build on. I know that there's a lot of imposter syndrome, myself included, when it comes to security. This is an important point to sort of have in the back of our brains when we're starting learning this stuff. We're never going to be a pro, an expert. There's always going to be something else to learn. There's always going to be another field. But if we can have the foundation, we'll be far better off than we don't have it. So there's a lot to get through, but basically take notes, look back over the material, and just put some time and effort into it. All right, next up is computer-related health. Another great topic that isn't put into a lot of just tech courses, so it's nice that it's here. Having our monitor pointed at eye level, forcing our neck to be in a natural position. If you see me slouching, make sure you please tell me in the comments because it's something that I'm actively trying to work on. Like having our chair in the right way, making sure it's flat on the ground, our armrests usually at like a 90-degree angle, or if you're like me, get a sit-stand desk, which is like what I'm doing right now. Mouse use, making sure it's like at the same level as your keyboard, or just using your own keyboard. I see a lot of people who are like really big into ergonomics, like have those keyboards that are like separated. Yeah, like these things, I mean, it's probably like a little bit too far for me like right now, but it's an option. And laptops are terrible for ergonomics because the monitor and the keyboard are so close together. It's so true. I legit use my laptop all the time just to get away from my normal desk here. It's rough. Sitting on the couch or in bed with your laptop is the worst thing you can do for your back. So true. I have terrible low back pains. But I do spend most of my time like standing up. Okay, that's a lie. I don't spend most of my time standing up. I'm trying. Invest in yourself. Amazing advice. Couldn't agree more. Hardware required. You do not need to buy a new computer. Great advice. We've got an 8-year-old Dell brick from Dennis. People are rocking Raspberry Pis during the course. Even on an Android phone. Okay, cool. I'll just say this whole mindset of relying on gear and material stuff, like that's what I'm getting from this. Like, you don't need the fancy thing. You don't need the latest ARC graphics card from Intel or the 4090 from NVIDIA. Like it's more about the skill and the foundation here. Blue light and brightness, dropping the brightness of your computer. Yeah, Windows 10 has a night light, so you can turn that on and you can adjust the strength. If you have glasses, try and get blue light filters is what I've got in my glasses. So that's helping my eyes like 24/7, which is really cool. Which is also mentioned here. Yeah, definitely not needed. All right, next up is general wellness. Your behavior is the sum of your habits. Do the hard things and take care of yourself. I literally have McDonald's, like a Macca's bag, right off camera. All right, Dennis, I hear this is the reminder I need. Hydrate constantly, stay happy and stay hydrated. This is a good reminder. I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle. Yep. All right, good to go. Sleep. Everyone loves bragging about badass sleep. 4 hours a night for a month. Guess what? It's just stupid. It's actively hurting you. Get sleep. Couldn't agree more. Everything improves. Mental health, physical health, work ethic, just everything. Nutrition, again, I've got McDonald's over there. I'm just gonna skip this because I feel bad. Fitness. I have been in such a slump with the gym for a couple of months. My wife and I have been doing more regular walks every morning, and that's something that's helping us. So it doesn't have to be a workout or the gym. Like, you can find other things, like other healthy activities, but it also really helps if you're doing it with friends and family. Ooh, neurodiversity. Oh, this is so nice, bringing some more awareness to this. This is great. Everyone has a different brain, you know, and we should learn to like what suits us and our brain. Definitely. Couldn't agree more with mental health. Just talking, being there for people. Ironically, I've come from a funeral today where mental health played a big part. So yeah, I definitely agree with this. If you need help, just talk to someone. Reach out to anyone. The next section is questions, where Dennis is provided some really helpful links and some really good questions to ask yourself. And know that this is like a security course and like this is just a YouTube video, but this stuff is like, it's real and it affects people every single day, and we might not even know about exactly what's going on in someone's life. So just making yourself available to listen, or if you are going through something, just trying to talk about it. Yeah, it can save lives. So next section is why. Most of us are here to learn about security, but this is why I love this course so much. It's more about being better in yourself and in life. Technology is just a way for me to accomplish more than I could by myself. If you're going to do anything in this world, might as well take care of yourself first. Learning security comes far after you and your well-being. Well said, Dennis. Next section is join our chat rooms. So there's a link to the Slack, and there's also a link to the Thinkific, and just the concept of checking in as you're going through this course. So if you want to use my comment sections to check in, great. If you want to use the Slack, anything. If you just want to reach out to your friends, someone that you're going along with this course, or even if you're writing your own blog posts. Dennis has a dedicated Slack channel called Checkups, so definitely use that. Find your group. So, gonna find some students that we can work along with. I'm working along with you, so I've already found my group. Have you found yours? There's a Find a Partner channel in the Slack, so definitely go there. But yeah, if you got some friends in real life that you want to do the course with, cool. And there's also some different language channels in the Slack too. Next up is setting your long-term goals. Looks like there's like a little bit of a font size issue here. What are your goals for taking this course? And what are your long-term goals in the fields of computing and or security? Whether or not it's becoming a professional or just wanting to see what your options are. So you don't have to actually write anything in here if you don't want to, but the point of this is to get us to think. So for me, I want to relearn the fundamentals to build my confidence in my current job. And a big part of taking this course is to create this video series for you. So next section is motivation. So we've got a long journey ahead of ourselves, and all we got to do is just keep going forward. So at some point, the pain of not doing it becomes greater than the pain of doing it. This is actually similar to advice I got from a coach at the gym. If you can build up that resilience, you can build a habit out of what you want to do. So going through this course will get hard, but when you continue to do it, it'll just become second nature. And then you just really want to do it and you get in a good habit there. And that's just what we started to do, verbalizing our desired end state. And I think this sort of like ties in with like affirmations. And I know that a lot of people love throughout the day or in the mornings or at nights, like verbalize what they want to achieve, verbalize how they want to behave. And the more the mind focuses on something, the more you're drawn to that something. So for Dennis, he writes out his short-term goals and long-term goals and then has them on a whiteboard above his desk. This is actually something that I've always actually struggled with, where to keep goals, where to keep them visible. So that's a great idea. And then of course, committing to your goals. So for some people, like just putting a lot of money up front just gives them that motivation because they've paid for it, sticks around. I thought that was going to work with me for the gym, and here I am. Or even if you need more motivation is like making a public commitment, so that whether or not that's just, telling friends and family or putting it out on Twitter or whatever, that could really help you. But I know that sometimes this actually works in the opposite way for some people. Once they have put it out there, it makes them actually retreat more. So you've got to find what works for you. Oh yeah, which Dennis actually says that too. So Dennis is really big on feedback, and this is actually something that I really admire about him, and I would like to be more with things that I create, is being really honest and getting feedback and acknowledging like if you need to change something. So that's how this course, I really believe, gets so good, is he takes on feedback. If you've got the time, please do give him the feedback. Great, so once you filled in your surveys, if you can, then that will complete the Improving You section. So currently at the version of this course, that leaves us at 17% complete. So we are on our way and we are pushing forward. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for making it this way through. If you have any feedback for myself in this video series, I would very much appreciate it. And let me know, how did you find the Computing Fundamentals course? I feel like Roppers Academy is just like a little known secret on the internet. It's always gaining in popularity. It could be like the place that everyone goes. And I hope that someday it is. Personally, I found out at work. Someone told a colleague of mine. So thank you again for tuning in. I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a good one. Bye.